Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today, before we get to the Nextzen products that I'm going to be showcasing, I wanted to address the comment that I see all the time coming up in relation to washing in general, and that is the car is not dirty enough. So for one thing I'm going to mention is if you're looking for disaster details, this is not going to be the channel for you. You're going to go watch Larry over at Ammo NYC. He does all that kind of stuff, that restoration type projects there where you want to see the dirt and grime just come off. Unfortunately, that's not going to be this channel here. Even when I do other people's vehicles, I will have them actually vacuum and clean their interior because I don't want to work that hard to clean that interior. If not, I'm going to upcharge them through the roof on that. I won't say through the roof, but I'm going to upcharge them big time for doing that work. Again, I want to do less work so I can get that vehicle in and out of here, the garage, rather than keeping it for a longer period of time. Now, from an enthusiast point of view, I wash my car on a weekly basis because I like keeping it clean. It's less work up front for me and actually less work long term for me, because if I say I didn't wash the car for about a month, then it means more work up front for me to kind of get that thing clean, and I'm delegating X amount of time, maybe over an hour, to get that vehicle clean here. And again, I just want to get that car done in and out, just knock it out real quick and get to the next thing I have planned for the day. So unfortunately I can't be that channel for you guys, but there's other channels that can do that kind of stuff. The other thing I want to mention is I live in Southern California. I don't live in harsh weather conditions. If anything, we get rain here, and even that is sporadic. We just, it's a year-to-year thing whether it's going to be a rainy season or not. I live closer to the beach cities down here in the South Bay area of Southern California. And the beauty of that is the weather is really good about 85 to 95% of the time. Mid 70s in the winter, it's like mid 60s. So it's really good weather here. So that gives me the ability to wash the car whenever I so choose to, which for me is on a weekly basis, not say on a monthly basis. So I understand that for those of you who live in harsh weather conditions, you can't wash your car for the winter time. Unfortunately, again, I can't replicate that. So in that time frame, I just say, hey, watch the channel during that time frame to kind of keep you occupied and pass the time until you can wash your vehicle on a different day. Now, the cars do sit outside 24/7, other than the Camaro, which you see back here. This one's in the garage most of the time, so it does just get dust. So I kind of just want to mention that and kind of let everybody know that, again, if you're looking for the disaster type details, it's not going to be this channel here. So at most, you're just going to get average dirt here on the vehicles here. One other thing is that the coatings that are on the car do a really good job of keeping them clean, the self-clean effect from the coatings. So just want to mention that. Now let's get to the project here. I'm going to be talking over some Nextzen products here. So let's get to that real quick. I'm going to turn the camera around so hopefully I don't make you dizzy. And then I'm actually going to be washing in direct sunlight. It's actually 75 degrees at the moment. So again, it's real nice weather, real sunny here. I do have a nice breeze coming in. So let me turn the camera around. I'm going to prop the camera on my head, and we'll go from there. Okay, before I do that, we're going to talk about, I'll just showcase these on camera here. We're going to talk about some Nextzen products here. ZNR, I bought ZNR Durogel, and I bought foam decon. I actually just washed the wheels on the Equinox. I stripped the tire dressing on there because I'm going to be trying Durogel here. The other thing is I actually used foam decon to wash the wheels. I actually put some in the pump sprayer, which did a good job in the pump sprayer, and then I put some in the bucket. Maybe I didn't put enough in the bucket, but the only thing I really noticed with this one is the suds in the bucket didn't last as long throughout the wash process of the wheels. But other than that, the decon, the foam decon did a good job in there. So we're going to talk about these two products here. Again, I've already stripped all the tire dressing here, and we're going to talk to showcase Durogel going on. We're going to push this one to the back for a little bit here, and we're going to talk ZNR. So ZNR is the rinseless wash from Nextzen. The crazy thing about this, it has a 1 to 1,000 dilution ratio, so it's super concentrated in here, and it does a great, from what I'm hearing, it does a great job at cleaning here. So we're going to take a look at that here in a minute. I got my buckets and everything set up. Actually, I think I need to get a towel so I can show you the microfiber towel here to show you how it cleans. I've already actually did the dilution calculations in 3 gallons of water. Let me actually get to this here on my phone because I had the dilution calculator. So here's what it states. If we're looking at the directions here on the phone, I'll read it to you. It says, use on cool surfaces only and out of direct sunlight. We're going to be washing direct sunlight here. Shake before use. You are going to want to shake it because sometimes when you notice is the product kind of tends to separate, and so there's something in here that will separate here. At least mine was. Dilute ZNR 1 to 1000 with water or 10-15 mils in a standard size wash bucket. Soak your Nextzen Super Plush microfiber towels or wash mitt in the solution. Gently clean one panel at a time until the grime has dissolved. For best results, spray 1 to 2 sprays of Nextzen Easy Dry to the panel and wipe dry with a microfiber drying towel. Easy Dry is their drying aid that's in their lineup. So let me go ahead and put this camera on my head here because I want you guys to get the best view here as we talk about the rinseless wash. Okay, because I want to just kind of pour this out and we're going to discuss this. Actually, I'm going to switch glasses here. I'm going to take my prescription glasses off and put my safety glasses on. I only need these for distance. The other thing I want to mention is I do have the new Hydra version 3 that Aaron sent me and Apex version 3 auto wash. So we're going to take a look at those also at a later time. So actually the first thing I want to do is I want to put this is the sprayer you get with it, so let's try it. I'm not even going to cut the end of it. I'm just going to put this in here. These spray nozzles typically are not very good, but we'll try it. So I need to get I'll come back and I'll get an applicator for that. So let's take a look at ZNR. So again, first thing I want to do is shake it. So let me just kind of shake this just to kind of get this in here. So I've already done the dilution, and let me just read you the dilution in 3 gallons, which I believe was just shy of where was it at? So it's just shy. It says 11.5 milliliters of rinseless wash for 3 gallons of water, and that's all we're gonna need, which is crazy, right? I mean, that's almost like putting nothing in your bucket. That's how concentrated this is. So this actually I may use the little so this is 10 is the lowest one, so 11.5 is, and we'll just eyeball it here. Somewhere in that range. If it's a little bit more, don't worry about it. Has a real nice scent. I can't pinpoint that scent, but it smells really good. So we got that. We're gonna just take this into the bucket. And we're just gonna mix this up. Has a real nice pink color to it. And we're gonna take our pump sprayer. So everybody always asks me what pump spray this is. This is the Merilix pump sprayer. This is just a regular one. Okay, that's good enough. Okay, so we're gonna just spin this on here. We're gonna pump this up. Okay, you want to just build up pressure in here so that you can spray it in here. And the only thing I'm going to get, because I didn't get a chance to get it, is the towel. And I do have the seat out of the Grand Prix. That's actually going to go to the shop to get fixed. Actually, I'll just take this purple one here. I didn't want to go dig through the other towels. I'm going to finally get that seat reupholstered. Okay, now I'm going to be using the McKee's gold sponge thing here. Okay. I'm actually going to wash this side because I'm blinding myself if I stand over there. Okay, so he's going to spray this down. So the car's not super dirty. Look how good Hydro Light just repels that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let me just switch hands. Okay, so we're just going to do this. I'm not going to spray that guy. So So we'll grab some dirt in this towel here. So you can see that there is dirt on the towel. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention is they're actually resurfacing the street outside. And they've actually already took all the old asphalt off, and they're going to re-asphalt the... Because it has decent lubricity under the towel. Nothing to be concerned about. I think it's pretty decent. It's not as, you know, anywhere... I shouldn't say anywhere near. I should say it's not DIY or hero level, but I mean, it's not bad. Yeah, see, that lower side wasn't that bad. So I'm just gonna dry like Eddie's favorite term. We're gonna raw dog this just so I can get some dirt on the towel. Let me put that there for a minute. And somebody was asking me to do a review on the CarPro's towel, so I do have the orange one. I don't even know what they call it. Okay, so it wipes off real good. I think this is actually the first time I've actually ever used this towel. It's a little kind of... It's a nice towel. I actually do have the regular gray dehydrate one. I forget what they call this one. Okay. So it's dry. Put that there. We're gonna pre-spray this. Actually, shout out to Franco. He was telling me about, hey, where the wheel covers, and you can see it's windy out here, so it's blowing them off. But the reason I put this on here is because I washed the wheels and tires first, and I didn't want them to get wet during this whole thing to retouch them up. This over here. Okay, so we're going to use the sponge. So I just grabbed the McKee's sponge. I see under the sponge, so this is the thing. If you want to do lubricity test, you're going to want to use a towel, because under the sponge they all feel the same. Like I said, underneath the sponge it feels really good. Again, this car's not super dirty. I'm just trying to get rid of some of that dust from what they're doing outside. Okay. So again, not a lot of dirt here, but I'll just dunk it in here. You can see my sponge comes out clean, so that's it. Now this thing cleans good, at least from what I can tell. No issues. Okay, good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for that. Let me grab some more dirt on this towel. Which one's the dirty side? I think it was this piece here. Got some more dirt. The reason I did that is just to dunk it in the So now I know why they don't want you to wash it in direct sun, because it does dry kind of quick on a hot surface. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and just dunk this in here, in which you see that there's dirt on here. Hopefully you guys can actually see okay. Let me adjust the camera here. And we're going to just take this. And I didn't dunk this whole piece in there, but the other side that was in there, it's good. Just some slight agitation. And you can see the towel. Squeeze this out. Just looking at it, comes out relatively clean. It's still got a little bit of dirt in here, so again, maybe not as strong of a cleaner as like DIY, but did get pretty good. Maybe I didn't get the grit guard down there. Yeah, it's just a little bit of dirt there, but again, nothing horrible. But so overall, I think the cleaning ability of it is pretty good. Is it better than DIY or Hero? Is gonna, I know people are gonna ask that. Again, it's really hard to say right now because this is actually my first usage of it, but I can say it's pretty good in terms of I think the lubricity that has in there is actually okay. I don't think that's a con of the product here, but I think it did a good job cleaning the surface, number one, so it does check that box. I think it does a good job of having lubricity. Again, on the sponge it felt really slick, like any rinseless wash will feel with a sponge. With a towel, again, the lubricity was okay. I didn't have a problem with it. You know, it's not as good as DIY, it's not as good as Hero, so I can see where like Eddie was coming from with the lubricity on that. In terms of its cleaning power, I think it's pretty good as well. Is it better than say like Fine Lab or DIY or Hero? I'd have to keep using it, but the initial thing about this, I think it's pretty good. I think it's just a little, I think Hero and DIY actually do a better job of releasing dirt from the microfiber towel. But again, it could be a different type of dirt that's on the vehicle this time because they are resurfacing the street, so the asphalt is there. So again, I will, once they do all the asphalt stuff, we'll take a look at this again, but this is just the initial look of ZNR. I think it's looked thus far, I think it's pretty good. So let me just go ahead and finish washing this, and let me get my final thoughts on this, or I should say my initial thoughts as I go around the entire vehicle. I'll come back and we'll dress the tires with Durogel and we'll take a look at it. So I'll be right back with that. Back here, so I just finished washing the Equinox with ZNR. We'll come back and I'll go over final thoughts with ZNR here. And then we're gonna go right now. I've actually already dressed 3 tires with Durogel. I want to show you, it looks like I wanted to have time for it to set up on the tire to showcase how it's going to look after a few minutes. I said I'm going to show you the application of this. So this is a solvent-based tire dressing. The only thing I have about the labels on here is I have to go online to find the directions for the product. Meaning they have a QR code on the back. You scan it here and it says scan for instructions, and it takes you to a page where it has all the products listed in here. That's the only complaint I have as far as the labeling. Durogel, pretty straightforward application here. Apply Nextzen Durogel with a foam applicator to tire sidewalls. Wipe away excess for more gloss. Leave to dry and apply second coat after 30 to 60 minutes. So let's go take a look at the tire that I dressed. I'm just gonna let the rubber absorb it, and then I'm gonna lightly wipe it. Wait, oh, one last thing. For the person who asked me about the CarPro dehydrated towel, hopefully again it was the orange one. Really good towel. Does a real good job. I actually do like it better than the gray one. Okay, so let's take a look at this here. And I've dressed this one here, so let me take this off, show you what this looks like. So as I mentioned, I've actually dressed this one already. It's been sitting for a few minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and lightly wipe off the excess because from a distance it looks very glossy on here. So I'm just going to take the towel and I'm just going to lightly level any excess here, and the appearance is very similar to CarPro Dark Side. Okay, and it just kind of removes any streaking that's on the rubber. So at least that's what it's going to look like. So it does look a little glossier. Let's see if I can get that out of the way. So that's what it's going to look like. So again, it does look a little glossier. It should matte out as it starts to kind of be absorbed into the tire. I didn't do a good job wiping the excess in the grooves, but that's okay. It will dry like Dark said. So let's go to this one over here. And we're going to apply this with a foam applicator. So I have this Cerakote applicator, which is really good. I don't know if they sell these. I think they make different ones. So again, labeled Durogel on here. Look at this towel. I did try it with a car scroll brush. I didn't like it in terms of its application. So let's go ahead and just spray some gel on here. I'm going to shake this up. We're going to just apply 2 lines on here. And you can see that the rubber looks, I think the what did I use on here? I used Final Details at 5:1. I should have used it straight to really clean this. So I don't know how long it's going to bond very well, but let me just do this here and just apply this on the edge here. I'm going to work this in as best I can into the tread, around it, and in here as well. And for this type of tire, I tend to go on a little further outside on the tread here, so I can look a little bit more even. Okay. So from a 50-50 perspective, let me get out of the way. I'm trying to get you a nice 50-50 here. That's what it's going to look like onto the tire. So it is going to look a little glossier than some of your other ones. Again, like CarPro Dark Side, got a little bit on the lip there. So it's going to look a little glossier than CarPro Dark Side that I showed you in the front. But once the tire kind of absorbs it, it'll be a little bit more matte, because Dark Side tends to matte out kind of fast. So again, it has a real nice look here. Let's just go ahead and finish applying it. So we'll just add a couple more lines on here. Again, very simple application. Just make sure I got product in the middle here, or in the inner lip. And we'll see how this does. If you want to get the bottom down here, I'll just move it up a little bit, but that's the initial application of Durogel. Again, from a distance, it looks pretty glossy on here. I'm just like in the way, I'm in the wrong spot here. So I'm gonna let that tire absorb that product in here. But you can see that once I level it out with the towel, it actually looks really nice. So if it still looks a little splotchy in like some areas, just go ahead and wipe it, because I can tell I missed a spot here. Just kind of even it out. But yeah, once you wipe it down and wipe off the excess, it looks a little bit more matte in appearance, and I think it looks pretty good. Again, I'm not a big fan of solvent-based tire dressings, but overall I think this looks really good. That's what it's going to look like after you wipe it down. If you want a more glossy appearance, just wait 30 to 60 minutes and apply a second coat, and then just let it do its thing. So I'm going to come back in here and we're going to talk about thoughts on these two products here, as I kind of just go over in my head these two products. So We'll revisit foam decon at a later time once I actually do use it as a actual soap. But let's talk about Nextzen ZNR here. Actually, let's talk about Durogel. So Durogel, easy application, looks good. If you don't like solvent-based tire dressings, then you're not going to want to use this product. So if you like a product like Dark Side, then you're going to like this one, because the application, or Geon Tire, the application's very similar in appearance. It looks very similar. We'll see how it holds up, if it lasts as long as Dark Side, because Dark Side lasts, for me, it lasts 6 weeks before it needs to be reapplied. Geon Tire didn't last very long, so we'll see how this does in the grand scheme of things. Now for Nextzen ZNR, I'm going to turn the camera over so we can talk about Nextzen ZNR. Let's see if I can get some more light on my face here. Okay, so Nextzen ZNR. As I was washing, I actually had to go back and think to myself that I was not doing a fair comparison as I was using it, meaning I wasn't giving it I wasn't demonstrating what's the proper word I'm looking for here. I wasn't giving it its true representation in terms of what I was trying to showcase with this product. That's what I want to kind of state here. What I mean by that is, after, I forgot that this is a polymer-based rinseless wash. Yes, there's surfactants in here, but the primary backbone of this product is a polymer. And from a polymer perspective, this does a very good job. It's better than Absolute. It is better than Optimum No Rinse. I forget which other polymer rinseless washes are out there at the moment. The question I have to answer, is it better than RRW? Because RRW is really good. And I forget how the microfiber came out, the bucket, using RRW in comparison to ZNR. That's another test I'm going to be doing, is I'm going to compare to see how this compares in terms of cleaning against RRW. From a lubricity standpoint, because I'm mostly using some type of sponge, to me they all feel the same under the sponge. I rarely use multiple microfiber towels to wash a vehicle with a rinseless wash, and so again, that's kind of a moot point for me. But when comparing this to a hybrid rinseless wash like a Hero or a DIY, it's just not quite there in cleaning power. Just by dunking those microfibers in the solution, they do come out cleaner, so they release dirt a lot better, so it just cleans a little better. Again, not far behind. It's just right there. It's like RRW. They're just right there with those two. So the next question is, should you go out and buy this? I would say this: give it a shot. I think you would be pleasantly surprised at how good this works. I think you'll enjoy it, because I enjoyed it, and I actually enjoy the scent of this more so than RRW. So and the dilution ratio is crazy, 1 to 1,000, super economical. I use 12 milliliters and 3 gallons of water, which is essentially almost nothing. So that's a big plus for this product. So overall, I did enjoy using this. I think it's really good. I think you should give it a shot. What's the code? Wombat, is that what it is? Just go ahead and use that, buy it from them, and again, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with ZNR, and we'll keep updates on Durogel. I'll kind of report back at a later time at how this did in comparison to something like Carport Dark Side. Again, I'm not a real big fan of solvent-based tire dressings. I actually prefer a water-based tire dressing. I don't really care if my water-based tire dressing doesn't last more than a couple weeks. I'm okay with that, because once you have your tires clean, all you need to do is all you can need is either a rinseless wash, or just wash with soap and water, reapply that tire dressing, and you'll keep it going long term, and your tires will look good long term. So again, that's all I have for you guys. Again, thanks for watching. I will catch you next one. Take care, everyone.